Welcome to my yard of flowers. Do you see what I see? It's a Hoselink, a retractable hose. This one happens to be an 82 footer. I have 3 of them in my yard now, and I need a 4th one. And what I love about Hoselink is it's so easy to install, and it comes with instructions. Not only that, they give you a little printout of where to drill the holes. So just sharing a little bit of how this one is connected, how the actual hose link itself connects onto the bracket that they supply. Again, it's a retractable hose. You can pull out, it'll stop, and then you could send it back. I love the disconnect hose. The customer service is exceptional. So I like the on and off switch here, and there's another one on the handle. And if you need parts, like I'm going to be replacing this handle, I want another handle, right away, no problem. They get it out. I live in the United States, so I'll take you around. We use that 82 footer, to clean the filters and the hose. And over in this area of my yard is where I tend to do, repotting of my plants. My shed is over here. I like to clean the trash cans. I clean the walkways here. That 4th hose that I'm gonna get, I wanna place it over here against the back of this fence line. Another 82 footer I'd like to get. And to, if I need to work in the pond. And I love to give my giant redwood trees a big drink of water. Everything I have is on drip and on a timer. So at times the roses need some more water, or I'm just, I'm dealing with pest pressure. So I use a hose for that. Lawn issues. I've got some spots that I have to work with, and right now I don't have that extra hose, so I have to drag out, another garden hose to do some extra watering over here. My other 50 footers, and I'll take you back and show you how they're installed, are against the fence line, but it helps with this pathway of keeping it clean, and I have a tendency to wash off anything to do with the pool. Watering back here. When I'm working in this garden bed, I can always, clean off any leaves or debris, give it some more water if I need to. So here's another 50 footer right here. This is unique on how this is installed. I actually extended a garden hose from my other water supply. I put like a 3-way on it, the attachment to the main water, and extended a garden hose to connect to this 50 footer. Like I said, it's connected to the fence post. The fence post is cemented into the ground. It's in a safe place. I like the disconnect part. I like the handle where I can turn off water here, I can turn off water there. And, whatever stream of water that you need, jet, spray, whatever you prefer. A side angle, it's really cool. We have a hot tub. So when we empty the hot tub, we use this Hoselink to fill up the hot tub. And I use it quite a bit. I'm always cleaning off this patio deck here. I have a bed here, and I was going to show you how we connected it to extend actually to Hoselink. So my water connection is right here. I used a hose for the 150 footer and the 50 footer that's right here. I'll take you over there and take a look at that. So here's my third Hoselink. So I want to share a story of why we selected Hoselink. It's an excellent product. Customer service, again, is outstanding. My neighbor was watering her grass. She has a tendency to leave the Hoselink, her garden hoses out. They don't have a Hoselink. The garden hose was left out and she was walking backwards. Well, she tripped and fell and she broke her wrist and injured her arm. And her husband was not home at the time. So even just getting up from an injury like that, or making a phone call when you're in so much pain, and it just truly broke my heart, because I'm one of those who will leave a hose out when I'm doing, watering projects. I'm working in my garden. I'm working on my garden lawn right now, in some grass patches that I like to water at night when it cools off. I'll put some seed down, just to fill in those bald spots. But truly, garden hose is the best. And I can say that because I have two other types of retractable hoses in my front yard, and they're not Hoselink. They're a different product. I think we purchased them from Costco. They're 100 footers, but they're retractable, but they snap back really fast with a lot of power, and I don't like that. It's easy for me to fall down just on the retraction of that cheaper made retractable hose. So I'm a true fan of Hoselink, and I want my fourth one to add into this corner.